Vitaly Portnikov, Ukrainian journalist and publicist, is the guest of Spotlight Ukraine. So, hello and welcome.
Вітаю.
So, the main event of this week is unexpected Joe Biden's visit to Kyiv. So, what is the real purpose of President of the United States' unannounced visit to Ukraine? And what signal did Biden send to Putin?
It's a symbolic visit. Of course, it demonstrates that after a year of a full-scale invasion of Russia into Ukraine, the whole civilized world is side by side with Ukraine. There is no fatigue of the war. There is desire to help and support Ukraine. There is also will to support our military in economic way, even though Russia is ready for the long-lasting war. And despite the public opinion of the West that is really going into fatigue out of this war, the Western politicians, they continue to consider that it's necessary to support Ukraine. It's pretty simple signal.
We've seen in the previous video that during Biden's visit to Ukraine, there was an air raid alert. So why did not a single Shahed fly over Kyiv? Has Moscow heard the Washington's warning?
I don't think they are afraid of. If Americans warned about the Biden's visit, it would be weird to consider that Russia will launch some strikes of Kyiv in these minutes.
After his visit to Ukraine, Biden has many meetings in Poland with allies. So how will the support of Ukraine from the allies change after the talks with Biden?
I think that the support will continue in a way it is right now. It will be enhanced if necessary. The meeting of Biden and the eastern flank allies is showing the desire of the U.S. to strengthen this flank in future.
Another important visit took place this week, which we cannot ignore. So the director of the Office of the Central Foreign Affairs Commission of the Chinese Communist Party, Minister Wang Yi, visited Moscow. After the aggravation of relations with the United States, the Celestial Empire has become noticeably closer to Russia. So what does this mean for Ukraine?
I think that China is really close with Russia even prior to the full-scale invasion. These are two totalitarian regimes which are interested in the weakening of the West. They think that West actually can hinder something they consider the spheres of influence if they want to decide and resolve the questions by force. And therefore, it's obvious that China considers Russia as a tool to weaken the West and a kind of a nuclear umbrella, because this is what is lacked by China to be equal with the U.S., and therefore China feels at ease teamed up with Russia.
Now China wants to take on the role of a kind of a peacemaker, to act as an initiator of negotiations on the terms of ending the war. But can we count on that objectivity?
It doesn't matter at all. The Chinese peace formula, it's a Russian narrative. And this plan is just introduced in order eventually for the China to say, you see, we have proposed the peace formula, but it looks like it was neglected. And therefore, they would like to highlight who is for peace and who is for war. And it will make it possible for the China to continue further cooperation with Russia.
If we take into consideration what you've just said, so China's main aim is Russia's victory, not Ukrainian one.
Absolutely. If Russia wins the war, it will demonstrate the whole weakness of the West, and it will make Western politicians to think it over if China will decide to settle Taiwan question by force. And of course, it's really important for China to get rid of Ukraine out of the world map. Of course, China would not like this destruction of Ukraine by the use of the nuclear weapon. They do not want to have this precedent.
If I'm not mistaken, Politico has said that American intelligence office is still hesitating to release or not their proofs that China is weighing to support or not and sail some military support to Russia. If this happens, will the American officials could affect this somehow?
Yeah, of course. Yes, they can impose certain sanctions. It will be worse for China. But, authoritarian countries never understand the logic of democracies. And, of course, they are aimed at keeping to power as long as possible. That was the possibilities of the democracies to influence autocracies. They are like zeros. Democracies actually can destroy authoritarian states by economic influences, and therefore we understand that the destruction of Chinese economy is possible again, but it will be accompanied with the serious economical crisis of the West, because sooner or later this should have happened.
Vitaly Portnikov, the Ukrainian journalist and publicist, was the guest of Spotlight Ukraine. Thank you so much, and we continue. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Latest news, trends, and analytics on all about Ukraine. Like, share, and subscribe. Any questions, proposals, and comments, contact us via email.